This is my project called metsync, and it's a wireless metronome controller. It consists of two parts, the transmitter and the receiver. But right now we're going to focus on the transmitter. Now I'll explain what the functions of these buttons do. These 4 buttons are your presets. You have 4 by default. This button is used to stop the metronome once 8 beats are played. This button is usually used to load beat maps, but since I have none, it's red. This button is used to start and stop the metronome. Pretty simple, right? Next up, you have the halftime button. Push it once to split it in 2, hold it down to double the tempo. The tempo is pulsing in the middle. Now you have -1, +1, -10, and +10 to fine-tune your tempo. Now let's go over what's on the screen. At the bottom you have your presets, and at the top you have your name and the battery percentage. And there's the antenna for sending the signals to the receiver. At the bottom is the charge port for recharging the battery. It takes a standard USB Type-C connector. You can find these in tablets, phones, and much more. It just plugs in the bottom, and at the top you'll see a red or green light based on your battery percentage. You can even use your device while it's charging. At the top right you have your battery percentage light. At the top left you have your connection status. You can see when I turn off the receiver it'll turn to red. As soon as I power the receiver, the connection will restore. The lights on the receiver are similar. You have connection status, BPM pulse, and battery status. Now let's focus on the receiver for now. On the left side you have the MIDI port to connect to the metronome. You have 2 screws for the case, and then a button above that for future use. On the right you have a USB port for charging as well. It works the same as on the previous device. Plug it in and it shows the charging state. Once again you have an antenna for receiving signals, and a button, like I mentioned before. Additionally you have 4 mounting points, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the back. Now let's actually try it out. My device has only been tested with the DB90, but it does output a steady MIDI clock. All you do is power it on, take a MIDI cable, plug it into the metronome and then into my device. And then turn on my device, and then click the MIDI button. And just like that, you have full wireless control over your DB90 metronome and other devices that use a MIDI clock. You can see it immediately updates on the metronome and on the screen, and it just seamlessly works. The way you set presets is you want to dial in the tempo that you'd like to have, and then you just hold the preset button and it'll save it as a preset. And now you can hot swap between that preset by pushing on the preset button. It took a few revisions to get where I'm at though. This is the first prototype of the transmitter. You can see it's a ton of wires. It was also ugly, had limited functionality, and had to be plugged in all the time. Unlike my new revision, it's fully battery powered, rechargeable, and has tons of features. I also made custom circuit boards, so my final prototype doesn't have to look like that. Here's my custom circuit boards. I also made one for the receiver as well. Additionally, here's the prototype for the receiver. It's even more ugly than the transmitter, but it's about the same size, but the upgraded one has more functionality and looks better overall. Thanks for watching, guys.